We have three major magnetic fusion research facilities here in the U.S. at MIT, Princeton, and General Atomics in San Diego. And what I was curious about was if you'd be able to explain how these smaller scale experimental facilities are contributing to ITER.
Okay, well, the smaller scale facilities are in the U.S. are world class, even though they are not at ITER scale. There is not an ITER scale facility in the world, but the U.S. facilities are world class. They have produced results which have enabled ITER to optimize its design. I mentioned in-vessel coils, but there are other areas where that has been done. They have also identified ways where ITER can be operated more effectively, better modes of confinement, different modes of stability, better ways of protecting against loss of control and the like. Furthermore, they provide a training base for, let's call it the workforce. We also want to establish a reputation where the U.S. has the stature to really be effective in international research and be able to propose winning proposals, to win runtime, to be members of international teams that do the research. And so, quite frankly, we have the ability to study the physics, which can then be extended to the ITER scale based on understanding the basic physics and then extrapolating it. And that extrapolation uses supercomputer simulations. So really what I see is devices such as today's tokamaks giving better understanding, giving rise to better physics models that are then embodied in supercomputer codes, which allow us to then extrapolate to the ITER scale.
Would there were you finished? I'm sorry. Would there still be a strong justification for continuing to support the current set of U.S.-based magnetic fusion facilities if there were no burning plasma experiment like ITER in the works?
Well, first of all, I hope that situation doesn't arise. However, if there were no burning plasma facility in the world, there would be a gaping hole, because one of the greatest risks has to do with not understanding the dynamics of a burning plasma or the effects of the energetic particles or the size scaling. However, there would be many things to learn if there were not a burning plasma facility. However, the E in fusion energy would not be fulfilled. What we would be studying is plasma physics. And so what we really need to do is have a balance between plasma physics and putting the E into fusion energy.
Interesting. On the facilities again, I mean, are we sufficiently supporting these facilities and the related research programs at universities throughout the country to ensure the success of ITER?
Well, I'll transfer it to Dr. Dehmer in a moment. Of course, it would be better if there were more time and more runtime on these facilities. They are starved for runtime. They're very small fraction of the available time is used for operation, but it's a question of balance. And so that's where Dr. Dehmer comes in.
Dr. Dehmer?
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we do try to balance the amount of runtime, and we've deliberately been pushing to increase the runtime, particularly on NSTX, which is just finishing its upgrade at Princeton Plasma Physics Laboratory, and we're trying to have a very, very good run the first year after that upgrade is finished.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.